What up, what up? Oh, I didn't mean to start that.
Nothing much.
I accidentally started League of Legends. I'm not doing
Oh,
that right now. No, I just accidentally went to start League of Legends for whatever godforsaken reason. Is my camera not working? Is the camera? Hold up. Oh, that's why. Whoops.
my camera's not even letting me use it. Give me 2 seconds here.
Mine should work now. Hey, there we go. I think I actually have to change the yeah, I have to change the background of the crossover podcast now back to the one with your name in it.
Still have Papa in there.
Yep. You're still Papa for now. Which it
That was a
weirdly
good episode.
it swapped places for whatever reason.
I don't know what's going on right now.
Nope. That's not the right one. Crossover.
But my camera's not working.
That's tragic.
We may have to expedite me getting
Yeah, that's not the
camera.
right one.
Peace.
How about that one?
Please
Yeah,
work.
there we go.
Come on now, son. Plug in.
Have you tried unplugging it and plugging it back in?
I have indeed.
I'm out of options then.
I just tried unplugging and plugging back in.
What about unplugging it and blowing on it as hard as you can and then plugging it back in?
I haven't tried that. I'll try it.
No. He's going to try something, but it's not going to be him in this call, apparently. Oh.
Nope. That didn't do anything either.
He's back.
I tried a Discord update. That didn't help.
It's not even like registering it's not even giving you like the camera as an option.
Your device cannot be used while using the browser?
Oh, you have your camera enabled somewhere in your browser. Your camera is like live somewhere else. Like there's another feed that's pulling from. You have to like close out every other application and then launch your Discord video.
That's kind of worrying because I just started my computer.
Maybe not then. Don't know. I don't have a good answer for you on that one.
I don't love that my camera's being used somewhere.
Well, you weren't allowed to have TikTok on your phone for a bit, but turns out the biggest op is your own computer.
Yeah. Apparently. That seems like an interesting bug.
Very.
Say I'm using Discord on my browser. The desktop application to get full control over input devices. All right.
I do not know. I could not tell you.
I guess I could restart my computer real quick.
You could.
See if that does anything.
Try that. I don't know. I'll stall for the folks.
Let me see some. I'll see some first. We'll try Google Meet real quick.
See if Google Meet pops up the camera.
Yeah.
Some would say this is a slower start than Shopify.
Can't really be slower than that.
Some would say it's a worse beating than Georgia basketball.
That one was not good.
Who'd they lose to today?
Scene. Gators.
Yeah, that's right.
Not a fan.
That's right.
Not a fan.
Interesting. For sure. It's almost like the Gators are rebounding from what you assumed was the terrible beginning of the year.
It was. I didn't assume. I watched it.
My question is, are we within the trapezoid of excellence right now? That's what I want to know.
I don't know about that. That's a good
NCAA.
question.
Trapezoid. Let's find out. Ryan Hammer, give me your trapezoid of excellence.
January Trapezoid of Excellence update, and it is an interesting one. It is a fun one because it's.
I would say you're probably not.
We are
because
Hell
you haven't
yeah.
really played. Who have you even played that would put you into that to help your net?
I don't know, but we're like at the bottom. We're like so far at like the bottom quarter of it.
Okay.
Like we are squeaking in.
Okay.
Now, if
I was gonna say your losses were
they were bad early.
all like I guess decent, but TCU is pretty bad.
Yeah, but we do have the SEC tournament coming up, so like there is a ton of time to like shift further into that trapezoid of excellence. Duke is sitting the highest on it right now. Michigan's pretty high up. Arizona's there. Oh, hold up. Miss Crutch just got home. You okay? Okay, that's better than I was expecting. I'll kick this off by saying, oh, there she is. There she is. Come on, come here, show it off. Show it off. Wait, you gotta back up. You gotta go further back. There you go. Lift it up a little bit.
Bitch,
Yeah, there it is.
possibly broken foot, so.
Yeah, there it is. The annual Emily injury update. Woo!
I hate you.
What happened to Emily? The best thing in the world.
I slipped. Okay. I was coming home. There was a douche riding his bike on the sidewalk. He almost hit me. I moved out of the way. I slipped on black ice. My ankle went,
Uh-oh.
and then I landed right on my foot, and it hurts. And the problem is, hold on, if you want to give David an injury introduction right now, I won't tell. Yeah, I'm gonna kick his ass because he's making fun of me. But anyway, the problem is I sprained this exact ankle and foot last year when I fell in a pothole in New York City.
How did you fall in the pothole?
I didn't see it, and I fell in the pothole and did the same thing.
I
New channel redeemed. Emily punches David. Yep. It's called Let Him Play. Anyway, but yeah, I fell in a pothole and I sprained it. Luckily didn't fracture it. But this time around, the doctor, I don't know, he's worried it could be fractured. I have to get x-rays tomorrow. He said, oh, it's probably still weak from last year when you sprained it. So, yeah.
Welcome to the annual injury update for Emily. It happens once a year in some capacity. We don't know what capacity is going to happen.
It's not every year, bitch.
Was it last year?
Yes.
Was it the year before?
No. No.
The wrist injury wasn't
That
the year
was
before?
4 years ago.
That was in
2020
that was 2024.
2021.
No,
No, it was not. It was right after COVID. 2021 or 2022. That was like 4 years ago.
What about the time you got so dehydrated you were in the ER? That was once last year, and that was once, what, 2?
You know, I think David's nose may look better crooked. Yeah, everyone's saying I should punch your ass.
It's good. I get free cosmetic surgery then. Woo.
Oh my God, yeah. Hurts a little bit, but I have to get x-rays tomorrow to see if it's fractured. The doctor thinks it might be, but...
She also didn't listen to me last night. She rolled it yesterday and was like, oh, it hurts. It's going to be bad tomorrow. I was like, okay, so let's put ice on it and compress it.
I fell asleep.
And she's like, yeah, okay.
I will.
Wakes up today. Just did nothing. Text her at noon. Hey, you should probably put ice on this and compress it. What time did you ice it?
Put what on it? Ice?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
What?
The joke.
The joke about ice?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm obviously anti-ice.
Yeah, we're all fuck ice here, so,
Yeah,
you know.
obviously we're anti-ice, but yeah.
But it's needed for her leg and her leg only.
Yeah. Ice it. Yeah, that's not gonna change your teeth.
What?
You have like little poppy seeds between your teeth. But anyway, yeah, it hurts. I don't know. The doctor thinks it could be fractured. Yeah, charming. Ew. Why are you cleaning your teeth on your live podcast, you weirdo? Anyway, doctor thinks it could be fractured. I don't know. I don't know if it is. It might just be sprained again. I don't know, but it's possible. Might be a hairline fracture, and my face is really red from the wind.
Yes, it is.
I have rosacea, so that doesn't help. I have rosacea. That's why my face is all red.
Is it still there?
No, it's gone. Now you have one over here, though.
Yeah, I know. It's the one I'm trying to get out.
Charming. Anyway. Bye.
Did I get it? Yeah, I think I got it.
Nobody wants to see the junk in your fucking teeth.
Yeah, but they want to see that junk in that trunk. And that's how you win points back.
What, my booty?
Anyways, yeah, so Emily is,
My booty?
yep, there it is. But, hey, how you doing? How you doing, Crutchy?
Well,
My booty.
So the camera's just shot.
Bye, Emily.
looks like it doesn't want to work.
All right, well, I'll be Paul tonight. That's fine.
Where's Paul?
Yeah.
He's right there in that orange square.
Well, why are you in Orange Square, Paul?
That's a great question. we
Is
don't
he
we don't
talking?
know.
Can you
Yeah,
hear him?
yeah, we can hear him.
You know what, Paul? Junk in the trunk. Boop, boop. Hell.
Oh my god. Do I know that the images are reversed? Yes, we do know that the images are reversed. It's all on Paul to make his camera work, but I don't think that's gonna happen. So.
Yeah.
Bye, guys. I'll see you later.
It's looking unlikely. I tried all the things I can do really right now that wouldn't
Oh, well.
completely set us back forever.
We go without a camera today, and I become Paul for tonight.
Yep.
My team is the greatest team in the LCS to ever do it. I am the most inspiring to make kids want to suck at League of Legends.
What?
Nothing. Welcome everybody to the Crossover Podcast, episode
Mine?
207. We're going at it without a camera. Despite what the name says, my name is David Shynock. This is Paul. Paul, how was Disney World?
It was good. I didn't realize that whole bit. You were acting like because you're under my name, you were saying my team sucks.
Yeah, well, I
That's
don't have a
crazy.
team, so
That's why I was lost for a second. I was like, who the heck are you talking about? You didn't pick one up.
yep.
I know you're just having fun watching everybody go through it or have a good time.
Yeah, it's been a good time.
But my Disney trip was great. Really, I can't think. It was interesting because I went down there and of course it was like 50 degrees
Yep.
and 30 degrees in the morning. So it was cold as ice, but it was still better than being at home. It was not warm. You would think it's warm. It was not. It's
was-
warm now.
It was
Of
negative
course,
20
when I was
here,
there-
so I don't want to hear it.
Well, they were setting, well, when you pay a bunch of money to go to Florida, you get a little sad when it's cold.
True. How's
But,
the tunnel?
The what?
The tunnel? Didn't you do like the underneath Magic Kingdom exploring
Oh
thing?
yeah, we did underneath. That was sick. It was very cool. We got to walk all around that. They like multiple times tell you not to take photos.
Yeah.
Like they're very, very serious about that. But they had a bunch of funny Mickey posters that like look like old military ones that kept making me chuckle. Like they would be like, "I want you to stop credit card fraud" or something. It'd be like that, and Mickey pointing at you, and it just made me laugh. I was like, "That's kind of hilarious." And then I've tried figuring out if I could somehow get a Mickey poster like that for my office, but I think I'd get in a lot of legal trouble if this.
I'd imagine you would.
Out I had that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I decided I'm not going to do that, but I thought about it because it'd be pretty funny. But yeah, it was really good. It was very busy.
Really?
I didn't
Well,
think
guess
it would be
makes
that
sense.
busy because it was so cold. But I was like, dude, there's no way that many people come. I picked a down time in the year, but there was a lot of dance stuff going on, I
Yep.
guess. And then so just a lot of all just things in general.
Oh,
That were busy. Now all of a sudden it works. I don't know what just happened. My computer went bump
hey.
or not.
There we go. How did Nelly like it?
It was a good what, Disney?
Yeah.
Left her at home.
Oh, yeah, I forgot it was the kids list one. I forgot she was with the
Yeah, we
grandparents.
probably okay. Second coolest thing we did after the tunnels was we went to the Epcot Ball Bar Lounge.
Yep.
Very good time. That was very nice. Food, like it's snack food, so it's not a real meal.
Yep.
But it's not even bar food. Like I don't want to confuse people. It's literally just appetizers. But food was crazy good, like insanely yummy. Drinks were really good. I obviously did more like mocktail side. My wife said that their mix on the alcohol was like really good. So I was happy with what I got. She loved what she got. It made me chuckle because the table next to us, the lady looked over and said, "That's hilarious. We all got the exact same thing. We just did it opposite." She got
the girl
the
got the
mocktail,
mocktail.
and then my wife and the other dude got some bourbon drink.
That's funny.
And I was like, "That's hilarious." So
I didn't take
was
Sam
like,
as
well,
a bourbon drinker. All right.
She's not usually. She just thought the mix sounded yummy, you know,
Yeah.
like all the things they picked. And she said there wasn't like such an overwhelming taste of bourbon. She didn't like it. So
Okay. Fair enough.
I was happy for her. And I was happy to be in there because they changed the colors like to what the ball is.
Yeah.
Now, I will say it's a little off sync from what the ball color is because you can just tell from the way everything changes outside. And that was my only like thing. I was like, that stinks. But it didn't stink because they changed the music in the restaurant with the color they pick. And I appreciated that greatly. And it matches like background things, probably things that are way too nerdy that I shouldn't know. That Sam always looks at me and goes, "Why do you
Why do
know
you know
that?" Because I'll be sitting there and I'll be like, "That's an interesting music mix choice. They changed this song from the old one." And she goes, "Paul, it's a 40-minute loop. How do you know which song is which?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I just enjoy it. It's a small hobby."
A small hobby, bro. That you're talking about a 40-minute loop and being able to identify it. That's not a small hobby anymore. Like, and I thought
in the realm of my hobbies.
I thought I was nerdy for being over here being on 7 pages of a 58-page Deloitte review on European football clubs and their financial statements. And I thought I was going to be the nerd today, but no, I've been beat. I've somehow been beat.
Yeah, she gets upset because I sit there and I just listen to certain areas of the park because I'm like, "Oh, I've heard this area has this. I wonder if they've changed it yet." And I tell her what times the song should hit or if they've changed the mix in the previous years. And and I can tell because I know when they all should be. And I think that's normal if you just listen to them and enjoy them. In my opinion, it's normal, but to her, it's not. I think the music is like the entire fun of it, though. They set the scene. They set so many scenes so well.
The music helps, but the visuals are more. Well, okay, it's both of them in tandem, obviously.
Yeah, the visuals, yeah.
But like, I don't know about that. But hey, look, I appreciate at a minimum you being willing to fund my paycheck. That's all that I care about.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
I am very strongly debating going to college just to have a degree that makes me hireable for Disney later in life so that I can just go around and tell them at Disney World what bathrooms need music. Because some of their bathrooms have music and some don't, and I think that really changes the theming and the immersion. I think that's an important thing, that they do well in some of them and do poorly in others. And that's the only reason I want to be hired.
I pray to God there's like one person in chat that like sees me spazzing out about like small shit in esports that they think is really not that big of a deal. And then they come on and hear this and then just like realize that like that's, you know what, that's not that bad. In hindsight, it's not that bad. Maybe I was too hard on this guy. Like,
yeah,
he's not music. He's not music in the bathroom's analytical level of like anal retentive. Like,
Yeah, that one did kill me, and I realized maybe I do have an issue when I walked out. It was a Tomorrowland bathroom, and I walked out and looked at Sam, and I was like, "There's just something about this one." I was like, it just doesn't feel the right tone set that the one at Tangled does. I was like, I walk into the Tangled one, and the music starts from the second I walk under those lanterns, all the way to the urinal, back out to the lanterns. It's just a whole different moment. In the bathroom, there's wanted posters of certain characters from the movie. Flynn, the two guys they arrested, the guy who's the Valentine's like Cupid arrow guy. They all have different wanted posters with pardons and different things. And I was like, that is just so elite. And then you walk into another bathroom and there's no music. Like there's not a little thing on the wall. And I'm like, man, they gotta throw something up there. And that's what I want to do, like to get a job there. I just want to be able to go around and like do the small things. I'd do it for free. They don't have to pay me. I would go in there with somebody who's actually artistically inclined and be like, "This is my vision. I need you to make it happen." Like that's all I want to be able to do. But I know I'll never have the power/time to get high enough up there to be able to do that.
okay,
Unless I get a degree and
Well,
retire and go there.
here's the other thing I'm thinking. Okay, I can't post this clip for obvious reasons, but what I can do is I can make you an edit that if you want to post on social media, you could post it on social media, and then let the powers that be. And I just casually walk into the office and be like,
Yeah.
"You see this crazy guy might be onto something at like certain points. Like, I'm just like, okay, is it a little bit much? Sure, but like it makes sense. Like it does.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and
that's how we back in.
all I'm saying is, yeah, a bit much is what you guys do. I'm there to ride something and go, that was a bit much. Like I want to sit there and be like, I am overwhelmed by how good that was.
I'm sorry, I just had to chuckle.
And that's how I
Emily-
felt
Emily
inside
came
the ball
hobbling by
and
and all I hear is,
underneath Magic Kingdom. Oh, she did.
Sick of your shit tonight.
Yeah, and I was overwhelmed underneath the Magic Kingdom. I will say that.
okay.
There were moments where I was trying to read things and listen to the lady telling me fun facts, and it was just so amazing. And it does really make you appreciate Roy a lot more.
Oh, it
But
does. Yeah.
yeah, I should probably stop. I could talk about this for way too long.
But honestly
And-
though, I like it because like I've been so trapped in my own headspace for the last 2 weeks of esports without having this outlet to talk about anything else. So I am genuinely appreciating like just a quick brief away from that. One thing you'll like about the office today, I don't know if you saw I sent you a picture of some of the stuff that we have in the Disney office. If you want anything,
You
let me
did.
know. One of the things I do have
Me
that
and
I
Sam were
can't do
talking about it.
Okay. One of the things that we have is we get seasonal name tags that we can buy, and this one isn't seasonal. The next one for that comes out in a few weeks, but they have a special for Valentine's Day available through Friday, where you get both a Wally and an Eve name tag with your name on it for Valentine's. Like you get the pair of them.
Oh, that's cool.
It is.
Oh, wow. That's a really good idea.
I'm half tempted to. It's $20. I'm half tempted to, but like, I don't think I need.
Oh, you should.
I should, but like at the same time, like, I don't know if I've ever showed you. I think I have, but like, dude, I've got so much like Disney, like, oh, shit, dropping everything now. Like, I've got so much stuff.
Oh, you're making fun of me.
That it's like, I don't know if I need anything else at this point.
Mm-hmm.
But it is one of those mementos that would be kind of cool. But, alright, getting back to League of Legends a little bit, because we kind of have to.
Yeah.
What have you seen in the last 2 weeks?
Of League?
Yeah.
In general?
Yeah, how much did you get to watch versus not? I know I saw you in Discord, but like, how much did you actually get to watch?
This is gonna be bad. I saw everything Like even Fly C9, right? I saw all of that stuff. I've kept up well. I had no idea Dig and TL played until this morning when I watched your video. I just assumed Dig didn't win, and they played Lion, and I never went back to fact check if they won. I never even thought about it. I assumed it was a best of 3. I was shocked today when I figured out it was a best of 1. Like, and I was like, oh yeah, I should go back and watch the what is it? I need to watch the highlights. So I go back, and to my surprise, it ends in like 7 minutes. I thought it was a best of 3, not some best of 1. I just genuinely had no idea that was happening. Like,
Yeah.
I for real thought it was a line. But other than that, I kept up with everything else really well. Like, I saw that, Fly, I mean, they look honestly really good for where I would expect them to be
Yep.
this early in the year. Sen's definitely not as bad as I thought. TL looks like junk, and not as bad as Shopify, but junk. And I would say Lion does not look good.
No.
They're weird. They don't look good, but at the same time, Berserker and Inspired look really good, so I want to give them the benefit of the doubt. But it's pretty hard because Saint also looks so much worse than I could have ever imagined, really.
Yeah. I'm
So it's kind of strange.
I'm at the point where if they bomb out, it depends on how aggressive Lion wants to be with like the idea of winning this year. But like if they don't finish even top 3, I think you look at it and say, yeah, a change is needed. If their goal is worlds, I'm sorry, like if Saint's playing like he is right now for the rest of the year, which is, similar to what he was last year, there's no world where they make worlds. Not like that. Because other teams are just going to get better as time goes on. Dokel's laning. It's not like he's going to win lane at any point. He'll still be solid in team fights, but he's not going to win you a lane.
Yeah.
You need Saint to win one. Berserker's going to go even at best. So, like, I don't know. It's a little bit different.
Yeah. I'm with you. I just don't see what they can do if Saint is that bad. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me because, yeah, Dokla just can't be that option. And they don't have Zamudo, who could maybe have made up for it if it turned out he was really good, which I still believe he probably is. But you don't have him, so he can't really bail you out there. And Inspired is like kind of getting pulled back by the fact Saint is playing so bad.
Yeah.
But Berserker does still look pretty good in lane. I think he's doing some weird stat checks outside of lanes.
Agreed. Hang on.
By that, he also gets caught out bad. He's just not playing well. But it seems like FlyQuest, like Masu and Quad are doing a good job of being essentially the veterans presence, I guess.
Yeah.
They're doing pretty good there. I think Griffin looks really good. I mean, he looks like the prodigy we would have thought he was. I do have some question about FlyQuest still because they have some moments where they seem a little disjointed, and at least Quad's laning phase hasn't looked the best.
Yeah, but I don't think
That
his
part
laning
has
phase
been a
was
little
ever
weird.
like he never outright won lanes like Quid and others would. Like he was very much like go even, maybe a little bit of a deficit, and then just be a solid team fighter.
Yeah, I'm just wondering how much they can get away with that on this team against C9. It may be hard.
Yeah. I mean, the biggest
Like
thing is
C9 does look really good.
you need Gakkos to step up if that's going to happen.
Yeah.
Can it happen? Sure, absolutely. Well, I guess my question would be like, how do you think the series is going to go this weekend? Like, kind of jumping ahead to predictions, but like that kind of covers it a little bit. How do you like? Do you think FlyQuest can take more than one game off of them in a best of 5?
Yes, because best of 5s is when. I don't want to say that because he's playing really, really well. But I think best of fives is when you can get APA a little more shaky. Now he obviously could keep proving us wrong because they're playing great. Don't get me wrong. Like, they deserve their flowers right now. They're just playing really good league. But I would think they'll take one game, and by the time you get to game 4, you're kind of pushing them back, you know? That'd be my logic. Now quad, I don't know if he's gonna have the ability to punish that. Blabber can play a lot of things really well, and so can Thanatos. And I don't know if Gatgos and Griffin are really at the point where they can punish that. I just don't think they can really handle those two. Those two are a real problem. And APA is not like, I'm not saying he becomes completely worthless at that point. The farther back it goes, it's just you'd want to look to punish it, and that would be your angle. I just don't know if I can trust Quad to be that guy who punishes it.
Yeah.
Really.
I mean, you can, like, Griffin potentially could. Like, it's one of those, if even if Quad's not going to be the one doing it, maybe Griffin is. Consistent ganks mid lane, catching him out of position. I hope that goes 5. I hope we can get a full 5-game series out of it. Will that happen? I don't know. My biggest thing is I know a lot of people are going to be high on C9 going into this matchup, but when I'm looking at like teams that have a lot more room to grow, I think FlyQuest just has a ceiling above that we don't know about yet, whereas C9 ceiling is high, but I think we have like a relative idea of where that's going to be. So I'm hoping over the course of a week and taking from their first loss that they can understand like where they need to improve, the things that they need to work on, and then go into that series and hopefully take 2 games off them and push us the distance. I don't want it to be like, you know, 1 week and they figured out the weaknesses of the rookies and there's not much they can do. So, you know, C9's kind of just going to stomp them. I don't want that to be the case.
Yeah, and I do assume that I have a major assumption that Sen isn't going to beat DSG. They just don't feel like that.
Oh, yeah, I think they get the shit kicked out of them personally.
Yeah.
I know some.
I think, yeah.
I talked to Cloud and Arsh. We did like the TMP show, the Insider segment, which will be out on Friday. But like they were both. I don't know. Some people are coming around on Sentinels a little bit. I think Impact's return to form makes it feel a little bit better for them. And Rahel obviously is Rahel. Like he's performing pretty solid. But I still don't. DSG feels like a more cohesive team to me. Like it feels like when it gets to a 5v5 team fight, they, for whatever reason, despite having younger players, just seem to be clicking in the right ways on this patch. And I think I just have a gut feeling it's going to be either 3-0, 3-1 DSG, with Sentinels not really looking the best. Maybe Hanbok could take a game for sure. I think he's like the clear bright spot on the roster, or not the only bright spot, but like in this matchup, I think he's the one that I'm looking at. Like, yeah, he could probably get something done here. Impact Castle feels kind of net neutral for the most part for me. Mid lane feels net neutral.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say Darkwing's favored a little bit personally. And then bot lane, I think, is also kind of a wash. But if in team fights, more DSG favored. In lane, even. Just don't feed Rahel, and you'll be fine. I trust the Jed.
Yeah. I think Sajed looks, he just looks really good. He seems like he's going to be a stud. He makes me sad.
Why?
Because my team looks just, dude, they need some fresh blood.
Is it time to talk about it?
People are going to clown Zinni for how things are going right now, but it's not Zinni.
No, I don't think Zinni's fresh. He doesn't get that responsibility on his shoulders. I know people are like, "Oh, he doesn't look great." Yeah, he's a rookie. He's a rookie. He's a imported rookie, and these players take a little bit more time. Like, just relax, like chill, give him a space. The other players on your team,
yeah.
Oh God, Oh God, I don't know what happened, but you guys are just disjointed as shit. You cannot give Fudge a winning lane. He will not convert on it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really have a good way to combat that right now. With where we're at. We're just in a tough spot. It's not good.
So okay,
It's not good at all.
General Manager Paul. Okay, you're coming into the locker room. You're hired as a consultant for spring split, or like the time between spring split. What's your game plan for the next like 2 months? Are you making a roster change? Are you focusing on like what are you doing to turn the ship around for spring?
The DSG, their sub junglers, he's still available.
Oh, so you want Kisno over contracts?
I don't know, man. That would be the only thing I can think. I mean, contracts just look so bad right now. Like,
You know what's interesting? I went back and looked. I don't know if Contracts has ever played with a Korean import mid laner.
really?
Yeah. I went back, like, he played with Ryoma back on 100 Thieves, Jensen back on C9,
Wasn't Ryoma?
Australian.
Oh, was he not? No, he wasn't, right?
Ryoma's
Yeah.
Australian.
Yep.
When he played
Jensen,
on
yeah.
NRG, it was Palafox. Last year, it was... Who was his mid? Oh, Palafox last year, too.
Palafox again.
I
am starting to wonder what you can keep going.
No, I
my
was
bad.
gonna say, wasn't it who was on CLG with him prior to them becoming NRG and win? No, that was still Palafox as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, it was Palafox. I just think he starts so slow that it's kind of one of those things where it wouldn't hurt to get somebody who's a little faster paced maybe and see how it goes. Like, I don't know, and see what happens, and if it really stinks, bring him back in summer when he's supposed to be good again. And if he is super bad in summer still, or like maybe mid-spring, like bring him back if the other guys, if who was the backup? Not Kryra. Kisno. If
Yeah.
Kisno is terrible, then fine. Like, bring him back a little earlier. But at this point, like, I just don't think it doesn't hurt anything.
Yeah. Do you look at a coaching change?
Because they also don't have a vocal leader. So I don't even know if Kisno fixes that. Like, I don't know if any rookie can, because what rookie are you going to bring in that, like, is going to just take over comp? Maybe Kisno does. Maybe you can find a support who's free right now that's in tier 2 that
Ayla?
would, but yeah, Ayla, I guess. Ayla brings some fresh blood at least.
I don't have a good answer. I'm lost at where, like, it does not feel like there's a glaring problem for Shopify at the moment other than like everything. And that feels like a problem that's way more difficult to fix.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, if you give this roster time, like if you don't change anything and go in the spring and nothing improves, like coaching immediately has to go. Like that's number one thing that has to change. Because if you're not making any tangible improvement and these are the players that you set out from the beginning of the year, like you have to change coaching. And then somebody else comes in and you see what pieces you want to keep and go from there. But like
because we already blamed the mid.
That didn't work out for you.
We did that. Yeah, that ship has sailed.
So who's the next blame point?
Yep.
I don't know.
I don't either.
he was so excited to get Zane. I mean, look, I'd be excited too if you got this hyped up Korean prospect, but like if you cannot make him adjust to the situation that he's in, if you can't like get the team to play well around him and try and make his life easier to help him adjust, like I don't know. I
Yeah, and to
do
be
not.
clear, I don't feel bad for Revan because Zinni being hype about Zinni isn't the problem, and Zinni isn't the issue, right? Like, what Zinni's doing isn't why we're losing. It's all the players that we've had who have really been here for a minute now. Like, that's the issue. It's not Zinni. Like, Zinni could be starting bad, but if I saw the other players kind of doing something, I could at least sit there and like close my eyes and go, you know, Zinni is gonna get better. These guys showed some signs of life. It should be okay. And realistically, I think Zinni is just trying to be a hero player at times. Like he's making some plays that are like it looks like he's just playing on a bad team. But he's a guy who needs things to be going well, you know?
Yeah, he's a rookie. Like you're like when
Like
you're
there are people like that.
when you're
Yeah.
fresh to the state. Like I remember watching back is more a 2018 to kind of 2020 thing, or even like Danny was a pretty good example where like
Oh yeah, yeah.
he comes in and you kind of baby him in a way. Like you really like make sure like you're camping bot. You know, make sure that the pressure's off him so he can try and perform in the best ability that he can. It doesn't really feel like with Shopify, you guys like took the pressure off him and like really like just allowed him to, you know, to get
Yeah.
comfortable there.
Yeah, and I see what Hirsch is saying. He's on my same wavelength, so
Yeah.
never mind.
I do like
We're-
I love Con's point.
Same thoughts.
We spent the whole offseason talking about this and it's come to fruition already. 4 teams went to
How
Korea
are
to
the
boot.
Korean?
4 teams went to Korea to boot camp.
What all 4 went?
Cloud9, TL, Shopify, and Lion.
And only Cloud9 is really paying off. And if we're being real, the Cloud9 players, like, I don't think the Korean boot camp is what did them.
No, to be fair, they
Got
went
them
they
there.
went over and played Caspa
I
Cup.
think
I
they're
don't
just a lot of vets.
I don't know if they would have boot camped over there necessarily. Well, to be fair, they also stayed the same, so I don't know. Like they're the only one that I'm looking
Yeah.
at. Like, you know, they had the excuse with Caspa Cup and that thing. Fine, but like everybody else, I'm like, oh man, oh that's so bad.
Yeah.
We spent that whole offseason talking about pissing away 30, 40 grand. You could have saved it for now because there's an off chance that you aren't going to make top 3 and get that free boot camp in Korea anyways. So maybe you should have saved it for then. There's going to be something very rewarding, like very, very rewarding if it is like C9, FlyQuest, and DSG as top 3. And the 2 teams that elected not to go boot camping over in Korea, like in the off season of winter, get the ones that get to go over and have that for free. So they didn't technically pay for a boot camp all year and still got it. That's hysterical. Yeah. I love every minute of that. And if I'm Papa and I'm Toast, I'm laughing all the way to the bank.
Yeah. No, I mean, yes.
Would you? I mean, luckily, all DSG has to do is win the series against Sentinels, and they're guaranteed top 3, and they're guaranteed that boot camp. But would you say that's not like the single best thing that could possibly happen for like DSG in their roster?
I mean, yes, I do. I think it would be good for the league too.
I do. If it's that
man.
top 3,
I'm
that's
still just
insane.
thinking, like, dude, I'm so beat up right now about Shopify. Like, do we need to, bro? Do we actually like? Is it Kisno, Surdy angle, and we just blow this thing up this early? Like that was so bad. No, we didn't win a game, did we? I don't remember winning a game.
No, you did not win a single game. You did not win one.
Like, is it a Kisno Surdy angle and just blow it up? Like,
Did
it's
did
so
your
embarrassing,
podcast come
bro.
out today? Did the Shopify podcast thing get dropped today, or is that tomorrow?
I don't know if it was today because I was busy. I listened to the first one and it was okay. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think their podcast was.
Look,
It
Retro.
was
if you're
very long and
no,
my bad.
their cadence speaking was not great together, which obviously can come in time, maybe. But like, I agree, and this, Retro. This ain't on you, brother. Like, I appreciate that you guys are doing a podcast, but like, the hosting was very dry. The vibe, like, it did not flow well for a podcast, and that's not on the people producing it. That's on the people that are on the podcast, and like it's proof that like not everybody's meant to do that. It was the same thing with pros this week. I don't know if you watch pros with Sven and Jan and Griffin.
I haven't yet. No.
It's anytime Sven and I think it was Jat. Yeah, I think anytime Sven and Jat are going, or no, was it Azale? I don't know, whoever the LCS person was. Their communication was great. But then you just casually remember, like, oh wait, Jan's here. Like, I forgot that he's here. Like, he would occasionally answer some questions, but I'm like, bro, I could sit here and listen to Sven talk for an hour. He's good at this. Like, absolutely sure. But like,
Yeah.
some of the other ones, it's like, I get why they're on there, but they, it's tough. You got to come out of your shell a little bit more on a podcast. It's tough.
Yeah, I thought their podcast was fine. I think what ticked me off was it was fudge and contracts. That's really just what annoyed me. Was I was listening to our two, like, in my mind, the two most griefing players at the moment talk about our mid laner and how good he could be one day. And I'm like, okay, whatever, bro. And it's hard. I will say it's harder to listen to your team's podcast when, like, you're listening to 40 minutes of them talk about why we're bad, but it'll be okay. And you know it's not going to be okay.
You
Like,
want
it's
them to
just
be
hard.
honest.
I mean, there were good insights, don't get me wrong. Because they had, like, certain stuff they talked about. And I know Stowen's, the Discord Stowen's had a question that got in there. I mean, there were good things about it. Don't get me wrong. I hope they keep doing it.
Yeah.
It was just hard because I know this is the big thing too about our podcast. I know that we'll probably never get Zinni in it because he just can't speak that much English, I'd assume. I don't know. But the only two people who can do it on the team I would assume can do it is Fudge and Contracts. And they're the two that I'm kind of sitting here like the whole time like, what are you really doing here? You're trolling us really hard right now. And Fudge had some good moments last year. Like, he was actually helping a lot, but it was very tough.
Yeah.
But yeah, Sven, the C9 podcast just has a lot of good speakers. I mean, Sven, Dom, like, tons of good guys. APA.
Yeah.
Blabber, even, like, when you get somebody like Sven to open Blabber's shell up, like you were saying, it's crazy the insight Blabber has.
Yeah, I agree. And even Anero when he's on there.
And Anero. I mean, Anero's also, just a great
They just
personality.
all of them are on camera enough that it's just like, it's unfair. Like,
Yeah.
it's legitimately
Vulcan
unfair.
too.
Yeah.
I haven't really heard Thanatos. I don't know
He's definitely
how
more
good
quiet.
his English is and how it goes. Okay.
But dude, I'm just jealous of what C9 has. That just like it pisses me off that we have to give them so much credit.
I mean, yeah, it's one of those things. Kind of just how it goes. I mean, our power rankings are going to be.
Oh, dude, they're ass.
Revisit.
They are ass right now. Oh
yeah,
God,
you did miss the Shopify shave, and it's probably not over. I can't stop going back to it because it annoys me.
I mean, at least
it's just tough, bro. Like, DSG looks so good. I think that's what hurts.
I mean, the good thing is, this is very cynical, like very pessimistic. But the good thing is, you don't have to worry about DSG maintaining that roster after this year. So
yeah.
It's like, oh, you got 1 year of being destroyed by DSG. You'll be able to fire sale some of their pieces next year. So
unless they really cook and then they find some funding.
I mean, it's not. I mean, sure, but like, you have to add more teams to the league. Like that's all this DSG thing is showing me.
hitting the. Imagine them hitting Riot with, "Hey, we're cooking," and Sen said that, the NA scene is more dead than Counter-Strike 2. What if you just like flipped us and put them in the provisional and put us in the provisional and put them in the guest spot? And Riot's like, why not? We can cut whoever we want and add whoever we want.
I mean, they'd have to pay you for it, but yeah.
No, because the Sen spot isn't owned.
Yeah, I know, but they still have to pay you for the. Oh, you mean like flip it? I thought you meant when you said you. I thought you meant Shopify.
And go make Sen play in the promo relegation tourney. Just be like, we don't care.
Yeah, they can't neg on that deal.
I mean, the rules are kind of made up and don't matter in those slots. Like,
you're not wrong.
Just go do what you want. Like,
what I think you need to do is you already gave Sentinels the partnership slot, so really nothing you can do about it. You desperately need to add 2 more teams into that promotion relegation, so at least the top team, like one team, is spared and doesn't have to go to promotion relegation. Because like, there's no world where DSG should have to deal with that. And you have to if there's one thing that I'm learning is like through reading some of like the financial structures and the incentives that come with like promotion relegation of what they call like the lollipop teams over in Europe, is like the difference in funding is fucking massive. It's so big between the teams that are like perennially in the league versus those that get relegated. And you have like, everybody wants franchising gone, which I get, but like you basically have to get rid of every team's agreement here, because I think like the hybrid system that we're dealing with right now is just continuously going to be a problem. Unless you have more teams.
Yeah.
Or you give them like long-term deals. Like if you're in the league for like 2 or 3 year teams. It was yo-yo teams. I said the wrong fucking word. I was thinking of like thing that drops down with a circle and come like yo-yo teams was the name of them. But I mean, DSG is not going to get funding. Who is going to fund them?
I guess no sponsors are really gonna.
No, we're averaging 80,000 viewers right now. They're it's not like you have a shit ton of YouTube content and stuff to like really latch onto. Like, where's that extra money gonna come from that helps them out to negate the difference between the GRP percentage that they get? It's not coming.
Yeah, that's true.
So how do you even that playing field?
I don't know, because I don't know how they keep stage ed. It's impossible.
No, like I feel so bad. I feel terrible. Not even just him. Is Ido on a 1-year contract? If Ido's on a 1-year contract, he's getting picked up by somebody big. Like some org
probably
is like, if I'm Shopify, I'm banging his line immediately, being like, yo, let me build around this guy.
Mm-hmm.
But I know every player's on a 1-year deal for them, which like great for the players. Like them having a pop-off year this year with only a 1-year contract is nuts. It's insane for them.
Yeah, assuming they can keep it up.
Yep.
They just have to keep it up, which I'm sure they can.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's crazy. I had a team go last place in one league and first. It just doesn't make sense.
Hey, be happy that you're there. Could be worse. Could be sitting at home like Los Ratonas.
Yeah, well, half of me is, so that's good. And the half that more people watch that I know. Like,
KCorp fans think I hate him now.
It's tough.
Like, they legitimately think I hate him. It's funny.
You did say they were match-fixing.
I mean, before that, they thought I hated him. Like, they were always like, why are you using the French as, like, the butt of your jokes? I was like, 1, because you're hypersensitive to shit. And 2, like, we've always made fun of the French. somebody accused me of being xenophobic towards them. Like, you're xenophobic towards the French. Like, you're like, why are you all... Somebody's like, why are you not talking about the death threats that KC players are receiving? I was like, are you that unaware of all the death threats you guys have been sending elsewhere? Is that not crossing your mind? That, like, yes, I feel bad that, like, your players are getting those messages. But you also have been dishing that out for 3 years. So, like, no, I don't feel sympathetic towards you. Like, that's part of that comes with the territory of you being where you are. You don't get to be at the top, be the most popular fandom in the league, and then also cry while you're at the top. Like, I'm sorry, shut the fuck up and, move on with your life.
No, wait, stop it. I have not stopped your rant. But somebody just put, Paul, you're a full-blown Sen fan. You're second seed. So annoying.
Yes, it's working.
Alex put that, bro. That's so annoying.
I even put the light in the back red so you would think Sen the entire podcast.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, like, yeah, everything you said is facts about LEC and KC people. Like, it was crazy to me. I mean, I knew we were gonna get a lot of hate because when they were running, like when they were losing, I was like, oh no, they're trying things out. Uh-oh.
Yep.
I thought it was hilarious. It's also one of those tough things where it's like, it's going to seem like everybody is intentionally losing in that run because all the teams who the Rats needed to win were already qualled. And like their seeding didn't really matter from it.
Yep.
So it was like, okay, my seeding doesn't matter. I'm qualified. This is like good time to try something out against, and they were playing teams that needed to win to qualify. So if they wanted to try out a different comp, there's like no better way to try that out on stage and get to play somebody who's like trying really hard to win, like not a bad opponent.
Yep.
Type of thing. So it truly was just a recipe for disaster for them.
Yep.
Like, it's just kind of how it is.
So what do you think is the next move? Because like I've been debating with LR fans for a bit, and I know like you've not been as vocal as some, but like you still do clearly have opinions on it. Like, what do you think is the next move for Los Ratones, for the LEC as a whole? Like, obviously you're fine as a KCorp fan, but surely you agree that it's better for you and the league as a whole if they're in there.
Well, it doesn't change anything for me. I think KC will survive. But
yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, you're fine. You're going to survive. But, like, you still, like, it's more fun when you have people watching than, people not.
I think... I want to start with this. It's hilarious how unfun it is, to watch when your team isn't playing, when all of a sudden you have stakes, right? Like, they spent all that time going, why do KC fans like their team so much? Like, why do they want to just watch their team and then tune out for a little and then maybe come watch another game? Why can't they just watch every single game? And now all of a sudden it's like, I don't even want to support the league if we're not in it. That's all of a sudden cool behavior. Like, that's fun. It's kind of crazy. But I get it. I do think that they aren't the worst thing to have, right? It's never bad for your most popular co-streamer to be involved in the league in some capacity from a viewership standpoint. I do think there is a bit of things that are playing into it that would go down just like the way KC and Imkoi have over time, like they were a novelty, but now they've entered the mainstay stage. So now they have to figure out how to hold on to all that novelty. And right now the Rats are the novelty, so they're the big thing to keep around. But eventually they would also have to do that transition of figuring out how to keep people around. But I don't know how I feel about a 12-team LEC. I don't know if they can support it, is my problem.
Yeah.
Because there are a lot of teams, like, I would say in the back four-ish, like, who don't really have fan bases that I would say are moving any needle. Like I think KC, Koi, G2, Fnatic, I don't know, maybe
Navi has a
Heretics?
solid fan base
Navi.
outside of League that is worth keeping. Same thing with Vitality. I think they're like, even if they're not great in League, there's enough Vitality fans that I think it's worth it to keep them around. The others, I think you just go full promotion relegation.
Yeah.
I think you like same thing Riot did for the LCS. You buy them back. If you want to have 12 teams, fine, have 12 teams. But those other like 6
Yeah.
or 4, like time to fight for your life.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you're Riot. I think there's a real argument to buying out SK Gaming, Shifters. Who else on here? I guess those two. Make those two promo relegation slots. Like I would say you could let Fnatic, G2, Imkoi, Giant X, Heretics, Vitality, Navi, and KCorp keep doing their thing and see how they grow. I'd monitor some of them closely. Like Giant X is starting to get some traction, so I don't want to cut them off while they're starting to get there. And I think Heretics is kind of figuring things out in tier 1 a bit better. They had their struggles, but they're getting there.
Yeah.
But I think SK and Shifters are just dead.
I agree.
Like, there's
especially
nothing about
SK
them
going
that-
the Mickey X project and it failing already. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not sold on it. I don't know. Again, it comes back to the financial incentives, which I don't want to speak on too much for now because tomorrow there's going to be a 4 Horsemen episode with like Monte Cristo, Richard Lewis, that crew, and then also a friend of New York's, Harris Peskin, who used to be involved with H2K, not H2K Rich, but like he's got a better head on him than Rich did, in my opinion. But they're gonna be on there to talk about franchising. He works at the Bryce Blum like law firm
Okay.
in esports.
Esports law or whatever.
They'll be on
ESL
there
law.
to talk for like a 3 hours long conversation on franchising, which I can't wait for.
Wow.
Like I think that's gonna be fun. Like that to me, like low key makes me horny. Like I'm so excited for it. Like I just the numbers in the back of my mind are just like I can't wait for this conversation to see where it goes. It's gonna be so much fun.
Okay. Bro, yeah, he said chub check.
Chub,
You
I'm
have to
good.
stand up.
As I'm casually hiding under a blanket entirely with my body.
Yo, that was crazy though. But yeah, I think that's a good combo because definitely, I mean, earlier I said, I think somewhere in esports, I was like, I just don't know because if you make the whole league promo relegation again, which I thought that's what people were asking for, it worries me because that's when, you get back to that. Like, yeah, you can, like Bean said, you can't just make it not allowed selling slots, but usually what those promo relegation slots become at the bottom is just like
Slop.
the same 10 to 15, players just battling over and over for 3 years.
Yeah, which
And then occasionally a young gun team gets in there and fights for it.
But I think that's good. The problem is the young gun teams we have not seen, like, I don't know, franchising has not done its job in terms of like really bringing up some of the younger talent, especially in North America, that I'm willing to let that happen a little bit more. But I don't know. It's tough. Did I see that an LEC
Yeah,
slot
it's
is
still
still
worth
valued
trying
at
to get
$28 million? I need a source on that.
LEC slots?
I need a source on that. I ain't believing that till I see a source. Holy shit.
I think they're talking about the KC buyout.
Yeah, but that's not
not gonna be
viable
every
because
slot.
KC overpaid to get in. They said that whenever they bought the Astrala spot, like they were willing, like they just needed to be in so badly that they were willing to take the markup.
Well, also KC is They're what am I trying to think of about it? Oh yeah, that buyback they just did from the Prime owner is because they just wanted him out. Like he's been a problem for a while.
Oh yeah, he just linked the
But that's also
Astralis
that's LE.
KCorp, which is not more.
Yeah,
like,
that's KC's value. That's
yeah,
not
that's
Astralis'
not
value.
because, well, I mean, it was Astralis's value that like they sold to KC for, which
Mhm.
the problem with it is, Jesus, yeah, people keep getting sniped by the butt. Again, KCorp paid a premium to get in. Like people knew, like, and this is the problem that Los Ratonas and Cadro have, and why I fight Khan so much. When he's like, "Oh, just pay it." My logic is this: people know that Los Ratonas wants it, so they're gonna drive up the market value on it exponentially higher. And because of that, it's like, okay, well, then you're just robbing them blind of money. And it's like, well, I want the money going to the scene, not to these greedy owners that just want to cash out on their way out. Like, I guess
Yeah.
that's my biggest problem with the space. Whenever it comes to, like, the conversations around like franchising and beyond, I want these slots to just be like forever assets, like something that you pass down from generation to generation. And if somebody dies, then by all means, like option to sell and go from there. Like fine, I get that part of it. It's like who's the sports franchise that's selling right now because it was inherited and the kids didn't want it. Not I know Mark Cuban's in the process of trying to buy back the Dallas Mavericks, but it's not them.
It's not gonna happen.
Seahawks, yes, thank you. The Seattle Seahawks are selling because the owner died and they're passing, or the kids don't want it, so they're passing it off. It's like that I get, but like if you're like, I don't know, I don't like the idea of selling like the whole concept of these slots just being the flip. I hate that personally. Because then it's just a never-ending money game. And it's like you're not in for the passion. You're just in it for the money.
Yeah. No, I agree with you there. I mean, it's very true.
I will say this.
I think it's...
Oh, God. Sorry, I cut you off.
No, I was going to say, that it does kind of suck because still Kometo has the veto power, but it did suck he had to give up that much to Astralis of all people who... Really, Astralis doesn't deserve much. They didn't do any of the hard work that KC did, but they're getting a lot of benefit.
I mean, now they get full control. KCorp 100% owns. Now, granted, the thing that I need people to understand is like, oh, Kometo has 100% control. No, whoever the financial backers of KC are have 100% control, because there's no way Kometo put up 40 like that much money on his own. He had to have gotten investment money from somewhere, and you either get that from VC or loans. And
if you look at the breakdown, it's 37% him, 25% Astralis, and 25% the private investor, something like that.
Who gets the Astralis percentage now?
I don't know who gets. No, Astralis now has 25% in the new deal.
No, I thought the new deal was that Astralis was giving.
They bought out a large amount.
No, I thought the whole point of the deal was that KCorp bought Astralis's.
No, they were buying out Prime.
Yeah, wasn't Prime.
He wasn't just Astralis. No, I don't think.
No, but hang on.
I can look at it.
Let me go back on that link. I could have swore it said that Casey was buying. Carmine Corp finalized LEC slot acquisition as Astralis takes a strategic stake. So it was 17%. Okay, so they're giving up a lot of their percentage. So it was 17% KCorp, 83% Astralis, and now it's 52% KCorp, 48% Astralis. With the
but then if you keep going down the governance,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Shareholders,
the shareholder distribution. So it's 37% Kometo, 28% private investor 1, 6% private investor 2, 5% other, 25% Astralis.
Yeah.
Whereas before, they had say, but they didn't have shares in the company.
Yep.
Interesting. I mean, look, as long as you got good partners that don't fuck it up, you're fine. But not everybody's gonna.
Yeah, and I'm going to assume their goal is just to keep slowly building until they can push out Astralis.
Yeah.
But it does absolutely suck that that's what they had to do to get it.
Yeah. But like that's my point with Los Ratonis is like I don't want to see a world where Los Ratonis has to take a deal where they have like 20% ownership of the fucking Los Ratonis brand and decision making. That sounds terrible. Like that's awful. We don't want that. We want Los Ratonis in their current form if they're going to get an LEC slot. And I don't care how much money you think KCorp has, he ain't got that kind of money. Without question. There's no chance that they have that kind of money.
Yeah.
You can't have your cake and eat it too, man. You can't. The worst part is, you fucking can. You can because Riot could buy out one of the slots that they've done in the LCS. They could do it if they wanted to. Like, there's nothing stopping that from happening at all. If Riot wants them that bad, Riot could do it. It would make me so happy, and it would make me laugh so much if they buy out SK or buy out Shifters and put the rest in. I would die of laughter.
I would think they would do it. I mean, just from how Riot operates, usually they try to get their people in.
Yeah. I mean, KCorp, it doesn't matter whether KCorp's for it or against. If Riot puts up the money to buy the slot, the owners can't block it. Like, the owners literally have no ability to veto that at all. So, I don't know. Regardless, all hypothetical. But I am curious to see what KCorp does next. Because I think his next play is going to have a pretty significant ripple effect on English-speaking viewership of League of Legends at a domestic level. I think it's going to be pretty significant. I know like, here's the thing I just want to explain to people. I know you all aren't seeing this because you're not in my comment sections on a daily basis, so you don't see the volume of people saying that they're not going to watch LEC or domestic play without like a KCorp or Los Ratonis brand in it. But I'm telling you, it's a lot. It's enough to the point where I have enough bleed into like from my co-stream for the LCS and like content I'm doing elsewhere that people, I do not say this in a braggadocious way. I just say this in a genuine way where people are like, hey, like, you know, we come from KCorp straight to you. And that to me screams that like we need that type of environment to still exist. And if that goes away for the LEC, it hurts everybody. Like everybody in the ecosystem. Like people say, oh, you know, KCorp will still just co-stream the LEC. It ain't gonna feel the same now. It's not. You can't put you can't, you know, put it back in the box. Like it's already happened. This is not like Fnatic whenever he joins as like a creator. This was very like the passion level was different. It is going to be different.
Yeah, I think they test ran it and I don't know what they expected by test running it, but it went extremely well. And so now they have to make like a tough decision. I don't know if they wanted to put themselves in this position to make a tough decision or why they did it like this. But it honestly, it feels very Riot decision making, the way they did it, because it's like they did something that has no actual way to answer any of the questions that they've now created, which is typical with Riot. Is like, hey, we're gonna do this thing. We don't know if it could work long term in any way. We don't even know how to make it happen long term and contractually what would be legal with it. But we're gonna do it anyways and see how far we get.
And now you're at a dead end.
Yeah, now we're just here.
Now it's like, what do you do? I will say I am gonna make a animation for this upcoming Saturday for the co-stream that I'm gonna do. Anybody that comes in and like either subs or becomes a YouTube member and like mentions that they're like a rat. You remember the scene in Ratatouille when they come into the kitchen to like help Ratatouille cook after like all the chefs are gone, and he puts them through the power wash and they come out on the other side like ready to go.
Yeah.
I want to make an edit of that of like the Los Ratones symbol over them. We wash them and then we put the LCS, like we put the various different like LCS teams on there. Like we're turning the rats into LCS fans in some way, shape, or form.
That's crazy work, but that would be so awesome.
It'd be so funny. That I'm like,
it would be so awesome.
If there really is that overlap between like rats like that are coming in and like watching the co-stream or like watching my content, like I'm down to embrace it. I've said that with the New York rats, and that feels like a very, very funny use of it.
No, that would be incredible. You should 100% do that because that'd be so funny.
Did I call Remy Ratatouille? Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. My bad. Paul didn't even correct me. That's the worst part. The Disney fanatic that wants to get every detail right in the bathrooms alone couldn't even remember the name of his character enough to correct me. But he'll sit here and criticize the bathrooms.
Yeah, I was okay because I got what you were saying. I didn't want to be that guy who goes, it's Remy. But yeah, I knew exactly what you're talking about. I was thinking of his name.
Probably work for Disney. I haven't even seen The Mandalorian. So, like, we're so big, I get away with that.
That's even worse. That's even worse because you work for Disney streaming. You should really watch Mandalorian.
Well, technically, then it should be a shame that I've never seen The Kardashians because that's on Hulu.
No, okay.
Technically,
right.
If you want to get technical,
yeah,
like
but The Mandalorian is like your cream of the crop.
No,
for
it's not.
D+.
Okay, it's big. Okay, well, I'm shutting this conversation
my
down
bad.
real
I
quick.
put you in a bad spot.
I'm shutting this conversation down real quick.
I put
Hold
you in a
up.
bad spot. I put you in a bad spot.
Hold up. Pause. Wait a minute. Rewind.
I didn't even think about what I was doing there.
The worst part is it's so good. I was like, I was half a second away from responding. I was like, nope, not happening. Oh God,
Fair.
damn. But,
Dude, this is hilarious.
What?
There's just a guy going off in our work group chat right now because he got an email he was mad about, but he's just been blowing it up for like 5 minutes.
What email is he mad about?
They're changing a lot of forms for us right now.
Oh.
And it's definitely, and they're not announcing any of these changes. And in typical, any workspace fashion, there's nowhere to put the forms that are new. Like, there's literally nowhere to input them into the stuff. So there's a lot of battling going on right now.
Yeah.
It's almost like Riot.
No. Chat said, please God,
It's
no XD
almost.
emote. Look, no, the point, we're not going out here and copying Cadrill's emotes, okay? The point is that we are converting rats into LCS fans in some way, shape, or form.
Dude, I think a lot of, I want to know how many of them are American.
A lot.
I shouldn't say most.
A lot.
But I think there's a lot that are American.
Yes.
That don't watch LCS, but just enjoy Cadrill's co-streams of other leagues.
I think they will. I mean, the honest to God truth, because like Cadrill does not co-stream the LCS. So like if the rats want to keep up with every league, like they need somebody or something to watch in North America. So I don't know. We'll see how that goes. All I know is I've been very happy with the co-stream numbers. I'm curious to see how this weekend goes with best of fives.
Yeah, you're cooking on yours.
The thing is, I wish I knew what everybody else's numbers were. I'm such a number nerd. I'm sorry. And like, I don't mean this in like I'm trying to ego other people and like their stream numbers at all. But I just want to know how I compare early on.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm like looking at Jamada's like I was looking at everybody's like YouTube VOD view numbers, like to see how they like what the live stream numbers were. And I know like they're a little bit bigger there, but like I just want like a basis for growth. Let's see how this goes.
Yeah.
I said my goal is it's tough because like I'm gonna have like finals, like the watch party in New York, which I actually have to reach out to the venue and see how we want to set this up and do it because I will be I will be doing a watch party from the venue, and just like,
Okay.
talking to people and like basically
Keep
just
the
have
co-stream going up.
like it will be there, but like you'll be getting like the full New York City bar reaction to the coast,
Nice.
which I think will be like a lot of fun and really good. But like I need to figure out how we're gonna do that because I think at first I was just gonna do like, oh, I won't be there, so I won't be there guiding it. Well, it'll just be like a panoramic view of like the bar and like the audio from there. But the more I think about it, it's like I do have a responsibility to make sure that like I am guiding it in some way, shape, or form. And like breaks between games like can be like wide shots of the bar, absolutely. But I don't know. I got to figure out what I'm going to do there. But I want to see if we can peak over 400 by the time the split's done.
Oh, I think you can for finals. 100%.
Maybe, but the problem is we're at the bar. So I don't know whether that's going to like elevate or lower based on like the production of it. We'll see.
I definitely think you can.
This is one of those where it's like caught in two different worlds, where it's like the co-streaming side of things is not exactly conducive to like live events and like going around and like hosting live events in that same way.
Yeah.
So I got to figure out what the best method is there. But we'll see. I don't know. But separate from that, like obviously we'll have like the Saturday before where I'll be able to co-stream. Like my goal is to hit 400 peak by that point, like to get enough people like attract it, market it well, and just like have it be growing. And if I can hit that,
Yeah, I
then
definitely think
maybe the goal by the end of the year is 500.
Yeah, because I think you'll hit that goal. 100%. This is combined?
Combined, YouTube and Twitch, yeah.
Yeah, there's no way you'll hit that.
What do you mean no way? Through
like no way you don't.
I've only peaked at 3
Like, you'll hit that
in
goal.
in 2 weeks. It's been consistent at like 340. It's not like it's growing. It's just
Yeah, in
consistent
summer
growing.
you'll grow. Like summer playoffs.
Yeah, maybe. You might be right.
I think as World's Hype comes. And if you live stream a MSI game, boy, you'll crush that. Are you not counting
I don't
international?
know. No. And also I will not be MSI.
Oh yeah,
absolutely
you
not.
don't have rights. Yeah, that's true.
No, I don't have that. Plus, it's at
Gummit.
I can't like my life comes
Yeah, never
first.
mind.
Like this isn't unfortunately my
Yeah,
career.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not a streamer full time, so like I can't do international events. Like it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Yeah, in Worlds you'll be in person.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah.
It's getting.
I still think you'll hit it.
I mean, my goal, I said this before, is like making enough to the point where I can quit the golf job and just make sure that I'm there 24/7.
Yep.
Like making sure I'm there for every game of LCS. Like that's the first thing. But like it's gonna take a bit to get there. Because like for context, currently on Twitch, and I'm not saying this for anybody in chat is like an excuse for you to sub. If you want to sub, go right ahead. I ain't gonna stop you. But for context, I make decent money for golf. I make, let's see, it's $35 an hour. I'm there for is it 7? No, 6 hours. I think it's 210 divided by 35. Yeah, 6 hours. So $210 a week times 4, because 4 weeks. Is that right? 810. Hey, oh, that was you with the Prime sub. Thank you for the Prime sub. And Healy that gave out 5 community gifted. Holy shit, thank you. Uh-oh. But for context, the revenue split is like, I think you get, what, $3 for a Twitch sub? You pay $6. I get 3, I think, and then less for like a Prime sub. And Flip came with them with the Prime sub. Holy shit, everybody! Okay, thank you everybody for the Prime subs. We're doing math on stream. I make about $720 after taxes from golf per month. It's about $840 to hit $840 on $3 of a sub would be 280 subs.
Okay.
I'm at 138, and that's just like I know people do a lot of like gifting subs, but like again, to put that into context, that is literally double the amount of subs that I have right now. Which maybe it could grow to that. Fine, I don't know, but like that's the only thing that like I'm thinking about right now is like I have to hit that benchmark, and I need to sustain that benchmark for two consecutive months before I can say, hey, yeah, this is worth me, putting the extra time and investing. Because also, like, you look at the podcast here, like, we're averaging right now 47 viewers, which is fantastic, by the way. Don't let anybody think that that's not. It's also different from the LCS numbers. Counting or not counting Prime subs? Pretty much not counting Prime subs. I mean, if you count Prime subs, it's got to be over that. It's got to be like 310-ish.
Yeah, that's all interesting numbers. I mean, I think you'll get there with the co-streaming. I really do.
I just don't have a perspective on like it's like, do you know how weird that would be for me to grow as a co-streamer in what is in a region with viewership stagnant? That's not normal.
Yeah.
I mean, in that case, I'm either siphoning off viewers from the main broadcast, or like we genuinely are growing it. And if we are growing it, then the viewership numbers will go up. But like, also probably not tangibly up because 500 concurrent is not the difference. Like, it's not going to move the needle massively for the LCS, but that's something. This is all the shit Emily's been dealing with, by the way, for the last 2 weeks since you've not been here. This conversation, like, do you know how many times I've had this conversation where, like, and explaining the basics of all this? Like, just trying to, like, it is so nice to have somebody to talk to about this.
Oh, yeah.
Again.
It's why I've been thinking a lot this season about, I assume our numbers are going to go up average-wise because of playoffs. But it is interesting that our average is kind of where last year's was, when I thought we were going to kind of take that ground back from LCS name change.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be a doomsdayer because everyone seems so happy. And I'm kind of just kept my mouth shut about it. And I think I'll continue to do that for the most part.
Yeah.
But it is something I'm just monitoring slowly and seeing where it goes. Because it kind of leads with the Cadril talk we had of like, it does seem like American League fans are watching something else. Yes. Whether it be anything else, but something else.
Cadril's not hitting 500,000 viewers from just European. Now, granted, he probably has a Korean audience and internet, which, by the way, Beans, thank you for the community gifted sub. He definitely has people watching from around the world. But I promise, like, I've met so many Rats fans that, like, I feel like a lot of them have to be American.
Yeah.
What was LCS numbers during Sunday, by the way? Well, I can tell you this weekend's numbers. I can't tell you Sundays, but I can isolate out for this weekend. And this weekend, hold up, I sent it to Paul and crew. It adjusted slightly, but it didn't adjust like that much. So I know the number's still around the same. I sent it to UN Beans and everybody, or you and Cloud and Martin, right? Yep. Isolated out, this past weekend had an average of about 68,000 viewers.
Yeah. Which,
because
again, people are going to say there's not a lot of overlap there, but why do we keep going into Super Bowl Sunday for no reason? I still don't get it. Just stream that Friday. I genuinely think a Friday Saturday would do you better. A later Friday Saturday would do you better than Super Bowl Sunday.
I agree.
Like crazy.
Like, to put in context how badly that affected the average, our average went from 86 after week 2 to 80. We dropped 6,000 average over the course of the season.
Yeah.
That's like, again, one bad weekend, which I'm curious to see how this upcoming weekend balances it out. We should see that number skew back upwards, hopefully. But if that number stays at like 80 after this week, oh boy, the conversation has to be had. A scary one, but the we are already 4 weeks in at the point where you have to have that conversation. Because 86 was that number that we were ultimately fine with. Because like that was like growth split over split. And now we've officially entered, like, if this number holds, we have entered that period of it dropping again from summer to winter.
Yeah, and I mean, it sucks every year we have to have the conversation, but it's really because it hasn't gotten any better. Like if it had been getting better, we wouldn't have to keep talking about it. But the issue is like you said, it's hard to grow for you. Really, it's hard for anybody to grow in a situation like this where growth really can't happen if it's shrinking.
Yeah.
It's like trying to become the biggest fish in a pond that's almost empty at this point.
Yeah.
Like it makes it harder. So it is important. I hope now hopefully the new young guys do bring a lot of new blood with them. Like fans want to stick around for that and then grow.
Yeah.
But it is noticeable a lot of them are way lower on the socials, like as far as numbers go.
Yeah.
That's been tough.
I don't know.
It's just I don't know what that fix is really. I still think it's like good that Cagel's doing what he's doing, but we're kind of at a point now where it's like Cagel is holding up a lot of these things. I mean, I think LEC could still find a way to exist around
100. Yeah,
him.
you've got multiple languages.
It would be
He'll still be
a
involved.
huge hit. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, the English fan base would figure something out, but it sucks because Cadrill clearly is showing that there's a huge want of English League of Legends,
Yes.
but in A we just can't figure it out, and I don't know who is the co-streamer that could do it. It was kind of my thing too when people were saying a lot of people have said, and I know you've said in some videos, that LR's laying the blueprint, but it makes me laugh every time a little bit because I'm like, yeah, the blueprint is start with the biggest streamer in the world, an easy replicable blueprint.
I
I get it's to grow.
My thing is, when I say that, I take into account everything that happened from the time that Cadril retired to now. When I say that Cadril laid out the blueprint, I mean the amount of work that he put into content, the amount of work that he put into like trying to get on the broadcast, and then putting in the hours after the broadcast as well to be able to live stream and be able to talk about the other regions and become this like central like face and hub. Dom is naturally on the team side, which is slightly like different. He enjoys like the coaching, like the challenge of that. Like that's the other route that you can take. But like, it just unfortunately didn't take off in the same way. Also, Dom versus Cadril, like the personality difference also is a little bit more negative versus positive. Like I enjoy Dom, to be very clear, but like there is a stark difference when you're watching Cadril versus watching Dom. And we all know it.
Yeah.
But like somebody can follow that blue. I've seen it twice now. Because Courage did the exact same thing in Call of Duty and eventually outgrew Call of Duty. and then became like and then was able to ride that into the Fortnite wave and just became bigger and bigger from there. I've seen this happen twice now with individual people that then make something out of it. Now, the Courage makes on that of 100 Thieves the same way. He just met Chris Hemsworth, so I'd say somewhat, yeah. Maybe not in like the traditional esports way, but at least in some sort of way he did. And now you have Casual doing the same. Like,
Yeah.
Abai's done it, Kometo's done it for other language. Like, it 100% is possible if you put in the work.
Mm-hmm.
And who will that person be in North America that puts in the work? I don't know. I do not know. But we need that. We need that person to just, I don't know. We need them to save us.
I think it's tough too that low key the biggest guy in NA League is Tyler 1, but he's just not a face for LCS. True.
No, but look, Casual wasn't the face.
Just isn't. True.
When Casual retired, Casual was not the face of like League of Legends. Like, he was not that guy.
Yeah. I just mean it would be. I guess you could see if Tyler 1. He has softened up a lot over the years.
Yeah, kind of.
But his toxicity at the start was so crazy. Like, you can't make him the co-streaming guy of NA League. And NA League, I will say, is just more negative. Like, he is that guy right now. I mean, I want to say Doublelift, but Doublelift's fall off has been so big. Like, Tyler 1 still like gets to 20k viewers at times.
Yeah.
Doublelift's like struggling to get up in the tens.
I mean, Doublelift had his
these
chance with
days.
Near Airport. That's why I will, like, anytime somebody brings up Doublelift, is like, nope.
Yeah.
Nope. That ship sailed. He had his chance to do it, and it did not happen. So that's not possible. Tyler
Yeah, and
1,
again, it's the problem of NA. He's just toxic. He's toxic. Tyler 1's toxic. What is it? Dom, to be honest, for a lot of time was pretty toxic about pro play. Kind of started to change up and it started to help. But I think it was kind of one of those like kind of too late things where it was going to be hard for him to get people back because that's what everyone knew him for that was still around.
Yeah.
But T1 might, like, the only thing about T1 I think that puts him there is he's incredibly toxic, but he has the charisma, I guess,
Yeah.
that you'd want. Like, he has a natural charisma to him, but I just don't know how you could really give him that much power, like, without it getting way out of hand. I mean, just the way he is. He gets so out of hand. Like,
I will say, I did notice something when I was co-streaming. That, like, you do flip. I don't know if any other, like, co-streamers, like, kind of, like, flipped into this mode as well. But it very much does feel different than a normal stream. Where I notice when I'm on there, like, you're way more, like, emotive and reactive. Like, over-energetically kind of reactive whenever you're doing it. And it's entirely instinctual. You don't, like, you don't have to go out of your way to just be, like, live, like, really in the moment like that. And I don't know if that's because I've been watching a good bit of, not live, but, like, a lot of highlights of, like, the Burnt Peanut. And just, like, seeing, like, how he reacts to things, like, the things that kind of, like, drive community. Because they are it is a similar cadence to Casual. And there is a rhythm to it. Like, that you can learn and you can kind of, like, just embrace. And it is that side of fandom that does exist already at, like, bars and stuff like that we're watching. That's not, like, new, but, like, you do very much have to, like, make sure that you are entertaining. That I'm curious to see, like, I don't know. I'm curious to see if that difference will be noticeable to other people as well. Because, like, do you remember Casual used to get those comments of, like, hey, he's very chill, but then all of a sudden when he's reacting to games, like, it feels, like, over-the-top energetic. Like, people thought he was faking it for a long time. But the reality is you actually just get so into it that it's just, like, it takes on, like, a persona of itself.
oh, yeah, for sure. I can see that. you just get way more. Yeah, it's any game. I mean, once you pick a game that you're into and you really pick a team side, even in a neutral game, you start to get hyped up. It's not as much as what you would be for your own teams, but I bet you'd get better at faking it in some ways. Not saying he's not genuine, just mean you'd get better at hyping yourself up more often
Yeah.
and building that fake connection to certain teams and series.
Yeah.
Like you just, it's a skill, I'm sure, that he's mastered.
Yeah.
But yeah, when I look at the NA scene, it's tough to think who's gonna be that one, because it's like really I truly believe like our most charismatic guy is just so giga bad. You can't expect him to be in that position.
Yeah.
But I mean, I remember seeing him in Detroit when we were there. I thought that was cool. Tyler won.
Yep.
I wish they would have kept getting him involved, but they did that weird Mr. Beast like Bjergsen event thing, and that was kind of the end of streamers working with them.
Yeah.
That truly might have been the downfall of NA. Looking
That
back on
moment.
it, that moment
Yeah.
might have been the most pivotal thing we did.
Yeah, I agree.
Like we really did just screw it up.
What year was that?
That was
now?
really
was that
it right there.
Was that 2019? Or no, that was after. That was like 2022, wasn't it?
I don't know.
It had to have been after COVID. I want to say it was 2022. Bjergsen, I think, was on TL at the time, so I think that was 2022.
Yeah, that was it. Though that moment right there was when Riot had a decision they could make, and it was either get Mr. Beast to save the scene and take it to new heights, or let it get cooked, and we chose get cooked.
Well, that's a good question that we'll close it out with. Final thing of the podcast. Do you still want Mr. Beast in the LCS?
What are his wrongs, like actual wrongs? I really
I
don't
don't
know.
I don't follow.
I would
him
have
close
to go
enough
read
know.
up on it. There's so many things that he gets accused of that end up being nothing from what I understand, and then there's probably things that have actually had like legitimate claims that have happened that he's done bad. I have no idea. I remember at a time where he went and did the Wells thing in Africa and people called him a scumbag and a grifter. And I was like, bro, all he's doing is like doing water stuff from what I understand.
Yep.
For people in places without water for views. But I have no idea what actually is awful that he does and what's okay. I'm sure that would take me forever to figure out.
I'd still take him in the league in a heartbeat. I'll tell you right now.
100%, I feel like.
I don't care whether people hate him or not. Fine. If people want to hate watch him, great. More eyes on it, the better.
Yeah.
Hell, you know what I'd also be down for? This might be very controversial. Give the Paul brothers a team.
Okay, no, bro. Mr. Beast is fine. The Paul brothers are actually bad.
I know.
From what I know.
Hey.
No.
All press is good press.
Now you're just throwing stuff at the wall.
All press is good press.
No. False.
I'm just saying.
Wrong.
All right. You can say wrong. Fine. Why?
I mean, not for the Paul brothers. For Beast, like, that really would have set us up.
It would have.
I think it would have, but
Give Nate Shot a team a week.
hey, what should could I guess?
What, Luna? What, you want up? Come here. Hi, come here. Hey. Oh. Alright, well, she is signaling to me that she wants to go out. So, I think that is my sign. And we've been on here for an hour 45. I think it's my sign to
Yes, sir.
to get off for a bit. For those that are tuning, or for those that came in for the podcast, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for coming by. We'll be live on Saturday for the first series of Sentinels versus DSG, and the co-stream will be live. So hopefully you guys tune out, and or tune out. No, that's not the right. Turn up and tune in. I think it's the right way to say it. And yeah, we'll be live. Any final words?
Not too well. I want to mention we didn't talk about the Papa episode, and I want to talk about that next week. My bad.
Okay, we get.
Forgot.
Oh, why? Good or bad?
You and Papa said some interesting things. No, good things.
Okay.
Like, it was interesting.
All right. Good to
Just
know.
want to talk about it. And I forgot. I spent too much time talking about Disney. But I guess my actual final words would be, have a good night and fix the bathrooms. Doesn't matter where you're at in life. Fix your own bathroom.